Hey guys, welcome back, episode 12, and a big happy Bathurst weekend to all you car nuts out there, because I'm one of the biggest car nuts that you'll ever meet, and I can't wait to sit down with a carton of coldies, enjoy the weekend and watch those guys go around and around that mountain. It is unbelievably bloody awesome. No wonder the whole world watches it, but unfortunately we're going to have a bit of a change, I suppose, if you look at it that way. The Holden Ford thing's gone and it's going to be Chev Ford next year round, but that's the way it rolls in the motorsport these days. So I hope everyone enjoys it. We're bloody going to enjoy it. It's going to be fantastic. Make the most of it, and it'll be really good to see a great outcome. Hope all the drivers have a real good time, all the crowds, everyone down there having fun. And big shout out to Jamie Whincup. Fantastic career, whether you're Holden or Ford, doesn't matter. The guy's just awesome at his trade. Can definitely steer a car, no doubt there. But yeah, he'll probably move on to bigger and better things. But hey guys, big shout out for the Bathurst weekend. Get on down, enjoy it. Most importantly, back into the VH build. Okay, so what we're going to do here guys is normally the bonnet cable runs out of the firewall and it lays up on the skirt behind this shocky tower and in along the edge of that guard, and then it'll run down the back of the radiator support and it'll hook into that bonnet catch there. But we've had a bit of a think about this and a talk to the owner, and he's decided what he wants to do is, because he wants very minimal in the engine bay as far as cables, wiring. So what we've decided to do is hide that, and that now will go up inside the right hand skirt. So what we've done is we've fabbed up this little bit of tube, bent it up to suit where it's going to lay up inside this skirt. And what we'll do, we'll bore a hole and let the bonnet cable come through the firewall here, and then we'll put this little bit of tube up, we'll weld it up in position. As I say, we'll bend it up so it sits up under the skirt. Nice and neat. It'll look like a factory part, so it'll be positioned like that. The cable will go up in the end of it there, feed up through it. It'll come right up along to the front of the car. As you can see, once it's in place, it'll look good, and then it'll come out the front of the tube through the radiator support panel, and it'll be hidden all the way. And it'll work really well like that. And it'll completely hide it, which will be good.
And what's he doing with the wiring loom?
Wiring loom, what we've decided to do with that, to hide it, we had a bit of a powwow about it, and we're going to put the main loom comes out of this hole. So what we'll do is we decide to come out, lay it in very close to this skirt, and then we're going to go inside the rail and come forward and then up into the headlights and thermo fans. And the same with the other side. It'll be continued across the back of the firewall, nice and low, and then down through that inner skirt, in the rail, and up the front of the car. So when you stand at the front of the car with the bonnet up, you'll see virtually no wiring whatsoever. Yeah, he wants it tidy, which is understandable, it'll look good.
So new, real clean look, no wires, and clean engine bay.
Yeah, it'll look great. And the bonnet cables, as I say, it'll be completely concealed. You'll never see that again. And when you lift the bonnet and you look in there, you'll see the engine and a few bits, but there's no untidy wiring and stuff. Yeah. As they did back in the factory. But they were just done as a functional thing back then, but everyone's decided to clean things up and pretty things up, so that's it.
And we could flatten everything out, guys, make it real custom and stuff, but Chris is actually, we're building this car because he's actually going to drive it, and this thing is he's going to enjoy it. But he wants to make it so it's drivability, and it's something that you just don't sit in the shed and look at.
Yep, and he doesn't want to have the same as everybody else.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those cars, hey, where he can get it out every Saturday, Sunday, take it to wherever he wants to, and drive it, like get up it.
Yeah, do his own thing. He wants his own look on it. That's how he likes it. So we've gone, fine. You go the way you need to go with it.
Like you can get rid of all these little bumps and stuff, but there's no point. It's still going to look really nice.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Gotta wonder about some people.
So I've just finished welding the little pipe for the bonnet cable, and it's going to work really good there. So you can see where we've drilled it out of the side of the firewall there, and we'll run the cable out into the steel pipe, little tube, and then it follows all the way nice and hidden up to the front where we've drilled into the front. And I've just left a little bit of a gap, as you can see there, so water and stuff doesn't get caught and rust up in there, so it'll just leak out in behind it, because that's the last thing we want under there is rust. See here just where they bog over the drill through holes, and the old bog and the blast paint job, they just bog over it. The old tricks to the trade, bog over holes. Hey Pops, what's your favourite?
Oh yeah, love
But yeah.
it. Not much now. Yeah. She shit herself, the old grinder.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Oh, it wants brushes by the look of it. That's that one.
Dear dear.
Dear dear.
Let's throw some brushes in it.
Yep.
So what's going on back here?
Well, as you can see, someone's had a go at trying to fill some rust holes in, and sort of made a bit of a mess of it, so I'm going to go around now and clean it up, tidy it up, and we'll blast it all, because I've already put primer and stuff all over it, and we'll try and find what's good and what's not, what they've done with it. As you can see, not a pretty look.
Nah, so we'll have to give that a sandblast in there.
Yep. Things like over here, they just piled a heap of weld on, left it. Over here.
Just welded up the holes. Never mind, we can fix that.
We have the technology.
So you're just giving it a clean. No, it's going to have to be blasted by the looks of that rust in there.
Sure is.
So I've finished up the front. I'll throw the front wheel back on, and then it's ready to be sandblasted as well. But I think what we'll do is I'll fit the bonnet back on, rub it on when we rub the guards, and then get it all rubbed back nice and straight, and then we're gonna probably pull the doors off every panel, and then get the sandblasting happening. I'll just rub back the right hand side. I'm getting ready to prime it as well. And all the engine bay is ready, so it needs sandblasting. What are you doing back here?
Just making a panel up to go in this rust hole. As you can see, I've chopped out a lump of rust.
Yeah.
And I've had another new car here, and as you can see, it's got the factory pressings in it, even a drain hole. So if I cut the piece out, I reckon it'll work for it. And once it goes in and I trim it up to the shape, it should be sweet.
Yeah, nice. So
that's
you
what
just mig it in?
Yeah, I'll just finish trimming that off, trim it up, and I'll just mig all that back in. It'll all sit back down in there nice.
Nice and strong too.
Nice and strong, no more rust.
And then after that, you're finished in the boot too, eh?
Yep, pretty well.
Oh, that's awesome. So then once that's done, guys, then Dad's going to be rubbing the body back as well, and then it's just pretty much just rub back and sandblast time and paint. So, and Chris is getting the motor together. It's looking really good. So he's doing that now. Alright guys, so we're nearly ready to knock off. Had a big day today. How'd you going here?
Yeah, pretty good. Just finishing grinding all this off. Put this patch panel in. filled in a heap of holes that all had pinholes everywhere and tidied it all up. But that's gone in really good, nice and strong.
Yeah, that's looking better, hey?
Finished dressing that up all through there. We'll sandblast it, and once she's finished up, it'll come good. It's got rid of the rust out of it though. Pretty crusty in there.
Yeah, just a nice little patch, guys. Got rid of that rust, and it's another day down, guys, and we'll continue on tomorrow.
Yep.
Alright, let's just check out what Dad's doing now. So you've welded in your patch.
Yep, that's welded in. I've welded up a few little pinholes and bits and pieces. That patch is in, as you can see. Nice and solid.
Yeah, it's strong now.
No stretch in it. It's really good, come up good. But
And
unfortunately,
what do you got here? Little, yeah, you didn't weld that in, hey?
no, that's old work. Someone else has had a go at that, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's full of pinholes. I'm going to have to address all that.
Have you got the light? Yeah, you can see the pinholes, guys. That's what happens when it's not, you know, it's hit and miss, really. Show us, yeah. So you've still got to weld them up.
You come down underneath and you can see exactly what it looks like.
And you can see the shape of the floor, whether it's been welded into. It's sort of bowed a bit.
If you come down underneath, have a look, see what we've done. So that's the repair underneath after it's been cleaned up. A little bit more to go, but once it's tidied up, we'll finish that up, dress it up, and it'll come up good. But this is another repair that someone else has done. Same over here, and unfortunately it's full of holes, so I'm going to have to clean all that up and tidy it up and repair it correctly. But that's just a bit of pretty average work. But that's what you want there. That's all the finish. The new bit I'll put in right along there. Nice and strong. It's got the factory pressings in it to keep the strength in the boot floor. And it should come up a treat, that.
Yeah, it looks good. It's got rid of the rust.
Yep. And all this surface rust all up and around, as you can see. We'll sandblast this whole floor when it's finished, clean it all up, and repaint the whole thing.
But yeah, so that's come up good. So anyway, that's getting done. I'm blocking the side of it again. It takes a few times until it's right. If you want that real straight show look, you've got to block it back until it's perfect. So today I've just finished rubbing back the bonnet scoop, and basically now this is the final rub. I've rubbed it pretty much 4 times now, so this is the final one, and I'll just show you underneath it. It's looking the goods. It's a nice day here today. Yesterday was a cold, miserable, overcast day, and just gives the sticky bit what's going on here. So there's all rust. Not a lot, just enough, like little pinholes. It's frustrating, little bits and pieces. So that's just getting welded. Just got to be careful not to get too hot.
Okay guys, so what I'm doing here with this boot lid, over time, the glue back in the day that they used to put between the frame and the skin has gone hard and let go. and then the skin becomes loose and distorts. So what I've done is gone around and I've just put high strength panel bond between the two skins again, as you can see, and it takes away all that movement, strengthens it all up again. So I've done all that, and now I'll give that all a quick rub back right around the whole thing. It's already done an etch primer, and then once that's done we'll put a nice coat of primer over it, and then after that it should be pretty correct and ready to go for some paint.
And we weren't happy with the bonnet, and luckily we got another bonnet here. Just from the very start, that bonnet had a lot of problems. It
just wasn't a good thing.
Yeah, it just wasn't square. Like, we kept having problems with it. Anyway, we have another one here. Chris said he had another one, so we thought, bugger it, we'll grab it and test it out. So I've just blasted underneath it. It's a nice square bonnet, and it's going to be much better fit by the time it's all done. Like, we fitted it on, and it just fits really good. So I've cut the top out of it. Now I'll cut this frame out, and then we'll weld a section in, but we'll just keep filming as we go now. And beautiful day today, Monday morning. You can see the bars in the final coat of primer. So that should take probably, this time around, one more rub back, and then that will be ready for paint. And the front bar, that's going to be rubbed back again as well. Just getting nice sun on them. And we've also picked up another sample for the colour. So this time we're getting closer and closer to the right colour. Nice gunmetal grey. So I'll spray that out on the test pedal soon. So what I'll do is, now we've got this new colour. This is actually a test panel. I actually made this door in TAFE when I did my apprenticeship, and I took it home with me. So we use it just to spray out our colours and get a rough idea of what we want to put on the jobs. And we also use it to test the quality of paints we're using. We'll spray the clears out, sit it in the sun for a good few weeks to see how it dries, what tends to dull off. So I'll do another silver strip in the middle, and yeah, we'll get a good idea with this colour.